Hey everybody. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about the new Year of the Seal update, my thoughts on it. I have a pretty significant amount of criticism with the way it was implemented, the way that the update was added, the amount of content. I mean, consistently everything about it sucks. I think the intentions were good, but the problem in the implementation is, first of all, it's not enough new content. Beach balls only being available from water fishing without 100% sea creature chance, basically requiring you to either use noob gear or to fish with trophy hunter armor, is it's a completely stupid addition to the game. I mean, it benefits essentially no one. The rare every once in a while, shitty treasure catch for a non will now give an extra 1 to 3 million, depending on how much the beach balls even are at this point. Let's take a look. Yeah, so you'll get 1.5 mil if you sell off for a giant bouncy beach ball that you get. That's pretty terrible. So it just doesn't feel like content. It doesn't feel like a good addition to anything. You can't get it while lava fishing. You can't get it with 100% sea creature chance. That's just not good at all. It feels like they wanted to make treasure fishing into a real piece of content in a similar way that they're, doing with, trophy fishing and pest farming, trying to add variations to existing skills or integrations into existing content that adds additional layers to it. But treasure hunting or treasure fishing is not one of them. It's not. It should be a side bonus at best, and it doesn't really add anything to anyone's gameplay. It doesn't really serve to be all that great of a moneymaker. It sits in a weird spot content-wise. There's a new necklace, a new talisman, some cosmetics, and some well overdue T12 minions, as well as like a new bait, some consumables. Like it's not a content release. It's a small patch at the very best. It adds very little to the game. And because it didn't come out alongside the other Zodiac events other than the Year of the Pig, which already existed, it's lazy. It feels lackluster. It feels like there's an intention to create repeatable, seasonal, enjoyable content, but they don't care enough about that actually being the case to implement it properly or to add it in such a way that players might actually, interact with it rather than it being on a fucking 6-year rotation for God knows how long. That just doesn't work. The implementation is not good and the content is not fun. I know that there's some beach ball heads out there, but it's not that great. Hypixel also patched Tidal. Tidal used to go up to Tidal 3. It still does, but it used to give 15% damage reduction at Tidal 3, which was actually relatively decent. And then they nerfed the shit out of it, so now Tidal 3 gives a 6% bonus to defense against sea creatures, which, I mean, won't even help you tank Jabba's a little bit. Like, it's completely dog shit compared to straight up damage reduction. So that's a severe issue. I'm not a fan of that at all. I have no idea who on the balancing team thought that was needed, but Jabba's already just fucking destroys you instantly when you fish him up. Even in full Magma Lord, he fucking destroys you. So having some damage reduction against him so that you can actually survive and don't have to die 4 times in a Jabba's fight shouldn't be seen as a negative. Okay, they also patched the beach ball sweatshops, which honestly was just, not only was it just a good bit of fun that people were having, but also a way to save yourself just a measly, 30 minutes to an hour having to hop around the hub bouncing a fucking beach ball, to having to do however many stacks of fishy treats that you need. It's a lot to get all the new XP and all the new content. If you're an Iron Man, you're now being forced to play this shit minigame for several hours just bouncing fucking beach balls, not including the time that it takes to actually fish up those beach balls. We have to spend all this time working on all this crap already, and now you have to do like a fucking several hour beach ball bouncing minigame. That is garbage. Terrible addition, in my opinion. I mean, as a main account, I haven't even gotten a fishy treat. I just bought all the new content and got the fuck out of there. Not interested at all. The only thing remotely decent that this is giving is it's going to make it easier to get Bryn Mawr's Cup. And it's going to make treasure a little bit more common when you're trophy fishing. That's pretty much it. I mean, the T12 clay minion, the T12 fishing minion, that should have been in the game fucking years ago. Like, I have no idea where they get off making it seasonal content to be able to get a T12 minion that should have already been in the game. But yeah, I think that's pretty stupid. I'm not a fan of that either. This might be my least favorite update of the year. No, of since I started playing, honestly. Like, they've hit the nail on the head a couple of times, like glaciate tunnels. I fucking love glaciate tunnels. I'll be making a video on that probably very soon about why I love glaciate tunnels. But this is probably the opposite. This is the worst piece of content that I've seen, poorly integrated into the game, not interesting, reliant on several conditions being met, like either being a noob or having trophy hunter armor or minimizing your sea creature chance. It's incredibly bizarre, and I don't see how it integrates into the game well at all. Yeah, fishy treats are capped at 20 at 51 bounces too, which I think just sucks. Again, the supply is super low and forces Iron Men to just do it nonstop for a long time just to get all the fucking fishy treats that they need after having to waste a ton of time regular water regular water treasure fishing, which is just bizarre. Fishing really wants worthwhile content. It really wants fun, repeatable content, and this is not filling that niche. It's not fun. It's not interesting. Again, it doesn't add anything other than a little bit of SkyBlock XP and some overdue minions to the game. That doesn't really feel like a fishing content update. It doesn't really feel like, I mean, at best it's fishing focused for sure. I mean, it's about fishing, but the actual like winner of that update was the Crystal Hollows changes. I mean, that was great. This Year of the Seal stuff, it should have been kept in their back pocket for a while longer until they could release it with the rest of the Zodiac stuff. You can even tell from the reception on the forums. I mean, people's instant response are, waiting for a good update, waiting for foraging, waiting for equipment wardrobe, waiting for QOL, waiting for Glaciate Lake, waiting for literally anything that feels like it's even remotely fun and not just a stupid fucking grind that just gives you a couple more SkyBlock XP. And look at me, I'm level 398. I get it. I'm a SkyBlock XP enjoyer. Like, it's fucking awesome to get more SkyBlock XP. But at the same time, like, integrate it in a way that actually feels remotely fun. And then on top of that, the actual implementation was buggy. It was shitty. It was shitty how they added it to the game. Apparently, they decided it needs balance in terms of things like title. And I mean, it was bugged. Like, it had the beach ball sweatshop stuff that you could do, and it had, all these various different random shit that had to come up that they had to patch, 2 days later. Obviously, God forbid that they actually just patch anything the day that they push the update, right? It has to be a Tuesday or a Thursday. You can't push an update on a Wednesday, guys. But then this is kind of the direct result of these like short 5-day alphas where they don't pay any attention to obvious repeatable bug reports, obvious, player feedback. They're not listening to any of that. And so these alphas are essentially just offering an opportunity for people to see that there's going to be upcoming content, and that's about it. I don't think that they're even paying attention to anything other than dupe bugs. So if it's not a dupe bug and you find it on the alpha, it's honest to God probably not even worth reporting. They're not going to try to recreate it. They're not going to try to patch it. At best, they'll wait until it's live in production and it breaks the game or breaks people's way of playing the game in some way. Or, God forbid, it's actually a good addition to the game. And then 2 days later, they will nerf the shit out of it. So yeah, this relatively bummer video, but I just think this piece of content is a hot, steamy dog shit, and we deserve better. It's a pretty successful game. Their content pace is already pretty shitty. It would not piss people off for them to have kept this in their back pocket and not just released it a buggy, unfinished, shitty, poorly integrated into the game and around for too long. Anyway, yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Really hoping that they'll either release the Zodiac updates soon or they will fix some stuff in Year of the Seal to make it more worthwhile, like being able to do it while you're lava fishing. That would make a huge difference. But yeah, so let me know in the comments what you think about Year of the Seal. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Are you looking forward to this kind of Zodiac update, this repeatable content? Let me know. And thanks so much for watching. Peace.